Hi, welcome to this session. My name is Lalit Mohan. I'm a show specialist for Microsoft Asia Pacific. I'm in Moodle application in a specific topic with a video that is playing in H5P, open source video playback player. This video that you see actually is being sourced from the Azure Media Service with three different resolution formats from low res and low bitrate to high resolution and high bitrate. Let's start by playing it at a low bitrate. Right at the bat, you notice the resolution actually shows. You can see the city in the valley is not clear, and as the plane recedes in the distance, the image seems to vibrate. You can't see any details of the object, even though it's close. The texture of the water is very coarse also. The shadows are very grainy. Let us switch to high resolution, which is 920 by 1080 with 6000 kilobits per second. Let's roll the video back. Let's remove the side column to get a bigger video, adjust it, and roll the video, and this time at higher resolution. Again, you notice the plane reflection and the curvature is much more clear. The city is very clear in the valley, and the plane as it recedes stays with a stable image and formation. Clearly the number and the surface is there, and you can see the water texture so much better. The shadow on the plane is very clear. Let us also switch on the network statistics in the browser to see the source of the video from where it is coming. Now you take note, actually in the browser network section, you can see it is actually pulling the video from the Azure Media Service, and here you have the full URL of the asset that is actually being played. So right now it is 1920 by 1080p 6000. If we stop the video and switch it to a different bitrate, so let's go back to the old low res, and you immediately notice that the browser has picked the new asset, which is 320 180 by 400. Look at the plane and the writing on it. It's barely visible on the tail. Let's stop again, switch back to high resolution, roll it back slightly, and enjoy the view. And as you notice, the listing of the assets accordingly changed. Now you can read the 747 on the tail of the plane. Look at the sharpness and clearness and smoothness of the image as it goes over the detailed ground. Look at the greenery which is clear. The same thing if I play in a lower resolution, it will be very grainy and less of an experience. This is the Azure Portal of the administrator, and there are various services on the top. So here is Media Services. I can click on Media Services and go in there to create new media service if I like. So just by clicking Add, I can choose my subscription, resource group, or create a new one, add the name I want to give to the Media Services account, select my location, and of course there'll be a storage account that will be needed, or you can actually create one from here. Once all this is filled in, you can go ahead and create the Media Services account. So here I have already created Moodle MFS Video 1. Let's go and explore. The first key thing that we look at it is the assets. So going to the assets section, you see the assets that are already here at the moment. And the demonstration that you saw just now in Moodle is basically this video here. You could upload a video, or if you want to create multiple different formats for a specific MP4 or any video asset, Then you can create a job, say create new, choose the encoding and select which built-in preset encoding do you want. So here if you select, let's say for example, H264 multiple bitrate 1080p, it will do a whole range of the resolution and bitrate by just running this job. So once you're done, you will create the job. Let me take you to the job I've already created, this one. Here, this job has been created the way I just showed you. And once that is done, it will create different formats. I can switch on the streaming player service and go ahead and create the streaming locators. So in this case, the key parameter is to set is the streaming policy. Now here there are various policies possible. When you are creating multiple resolution and bitrate videos from one asset, you will choose the clear key policy, which is typically required for a variable bitrate player like Azure Media Player. However, for H5P, which is progressive download player, you will choose the download policy. So once this is done, you will just say add, and right now let me just cancel this. I've already created for this particular video multiple URLs. So I have created the download only in different resolution and formats. My streaming service is running, and here you see a whole lot of URLs which can be called from the Moodle to show in the courses and topics. You can see the postfix of the various files is like JSON, MP4, and I can just do a Control F to look at all the MP4s, and it highlights resolution 1280 720 by bitrate of 3400, 4700, 6000, 400, and so on. There are other files like MPI and JPG for thumbnails. If your application supports, then all these can actually be used to enhance the experience of the users. Once all this is done, using this URL, you can embed them into any application of your choice. With this, I would like to thank you for your time and attention, and would also like to thank my peer, Kunnabhat, without whose help it won't be possible to create this demonstration very quickly. I'd like to wish you all the best, and hopefully you are starting your journey with Azure Media Services very soon.